This happens in my new office. It has been 2 months since I joined here. This office is much smaller than my previous workplace. Therefore, the number of people working here also quite less. It's around 15 people only. There is one thing about this office culture that is so much different from my previous company. That is, this people likes to leave office on time. After that, there will be no one in the office except for the production site. But production is downstairs while office is upstairs, and seldom production workers will enter the office. So, normally, the last person leaving the office will switch off all the lights, and it will be kind of quiet and creepy after 6 p.m. I remember it was December 2023. As it is a year-end, most of the people took leave and were absent. On that day, there were only 6 of us working in the office. I was so happy to work as there is no bosses around. As such, I can get most of my work done peacefully with no disturbance from the bosses. On that day, it was one of my colleague's birthday and HR gave him a $50 voucher to use at one of the nearby supermarket. He was happily telling me he is going to use the voucher on that night itself. As time reached end of working hours, everyone seems to get their things around and started to leave the office. But I still left with some of my works left unfinished. So, I decided to stay past for 1 more hour. After a while, it was only me left in the office. It started to get creepy, but I ignored that and keep working on my task for the next 30 minutes. Suddenly, I heard the office doors being opened. I was too shocked and looked directly at the door. To my surprise, the colleague that won the voucher was heading towards me. I asked him why he came back, and he told me he forgot to bring back his voucher. I felt ridiculous for coming back just to get the voucher back. It's not. There is not tomorrow. However, one thing that took me back was, there was a filthy smell coming from him when he approached his desk. I don't want to be rude, so I decided not to ask about that to him. He was there for less than 1 minute before taking the voucher and left the place, not saying anything to me. I ignored him and decided to leave immediately, as the smell was too strong and it caused me nauseated. I reached my home around 9 p.m. due to heavy rain and standstill traffic. After took my bath, I went to bed, as I was too tired. On that day, the next morning, I woke up to my alarm early in the morning. The very first thing I did was checking my WhatsApp. To my shock, I saw a text mentioning in my office WhatsApp group that the same colleague that came back to office yesterday evening passed away as he met with an accident with a 5-ton lorry. He died on the spot and his body was smashed by the tires of the lorry. I was speechless to see the message, and suddenly I was thinking, so who came to the office that evening?